I was like 15 years old, and when I read first the Kalki Puran, well, first obviously I came to meet and know about everything related to Hinduism, the Vedas, and Krishna. I fell in love with the story of Krishna mostly first.
Release date or what is platform in theaters or YouTube or any other?
But I want it to be on streaming, not in movie theaters right now, because this is the beginning. This is just like, the origin story of Kalki Avatar, and there's a sequel planned with much higher.
Okay, one more and last question. You know about Bhavishya Malika?
Yeah,
Shivnan friends, this is our first English podcast with our new guest. You all see my reaction on Legend of Kalki, and this is creator of Legend of Kalki. So welcome to our podcast.
thank you so much, Morgan, for having me. I'm so glad to be here.
Okay, first of all, thank you very much for coming. And okay, let's start with first question. So, first of all, tell me about yourself and how you came know about Kalki Avatar.
Yeah, so basically, I am Agustin Garcia. That's my sort of name, which it's kind of maybe difficult for you because it's a Spanish name or Mexican name. But I adopted my artistic name, which is Gaba. So if people just want to call me Gaba, cool, because it's easier. I also. So how I came out, well, I was like 15 years old, and when I read first the Kalki Puran, well, first obviously I came to meet and know about everything related to Hinduism, the Vedas, and Krishna. I fell in love with the story of Krishna mostly first, and I was like a devotee for real, of Lord Krishna, and I even been to Vrindavan and Mathura, when in 2019 I was there. It's the only time I've been in India. So, I've been always in love with the culture in general from India. And I said, well, when I first, realized that there was an avatar that it's still not, like too much known about in a way, I said, it's great. I loved it also, so I read the Kalki Puran many times, not just one time. And I was like 15 years old, and none of my friends, knew what I was reading or care about, but I really was invested, in everything Kalki related. And I've seen everything, about Kalki Avatar, all the opinions on whether he's coming from, whether he's coming now or in the future or distant future, So I love, I love all the theories. I love to read, to watch all the videos, and so yeah, that's how I knew first about the Kalki Avatar. It's a really great topic.
Okay. And I see your teaser, and it's very good, very brilliant. And my question is that how you manage writing, direction, acting. You also act in movie. How you manage all things?
Well, it's heavily inspired and heavily based on the Kalki Puran, so it's not like I'm inventing everything in the writing department. Um, uh, you will when you watch the movie, hopefully, you will see that it's pretty much a Kalki Puran. Obviously, the Kalki Puran it's not a screenplay per se, and obviously there's many ways of telling the same story, uh, but I wanted to follow it closely in the principal points of the story. I didn't want it to deviate too much from what it's already established, because first I would think that was like, disrespectful for Indians. I just think about me, being a foreigner and doing something completely different of what you will expect. So the writing was in a way trying to be that, very close to the source material. But I ended up deciding to, I could tell also the future version that most people believe of the 27,000 years more, or I could tell whatever, but I decided to tell the one that it's kind of trending right now, of Kalki coming 2025, 2000, some say 2028 or whatever. But I love that. I love that because I think that is the version that many people can identify with the most. It's like you're going to watch the real world. You're going to watch real. Kalki will be real. Will be someone from India. Will be someone like you may know, like, and he will wake up to his true identity, and he will become, what he's meant to be. So that is the path on the writing that I decided to choose. And from there, well, the rest of the work, came naturally. And I decided to also be acting, as you said, because many reasons, but I'm an indie filmmaker. I want to shoot in many parts of the world, or at least India for sure. And it wouldn't be economically possible right now for me to just take an actor and bring him from country to country. So I said, God, I will play Kalki myself. And that was kind of like the decision of why I'm also acting. But yeah, that's pretty much how it's all working right now.
Okay. One more thing. This movie completely made in Hindi or dubbed in Hindi?
Well, actually, because it's being shot in Mexico, um, it's half and half Mexican and half Indian, the production. So you will see some scenes that will be dubbed in Hindi, but some other scenes that will be actual Hindi spoken, actors. But yeah, you will see a mix of both.
Okay. What is release date? Because they many people who in my channel or my subscriber wanted to know when will the film release date, or what is platform, in theaters or YouTube or any other.
Well, the plan is to release at the end of this year, or if not possible for whatever reasons, the beginning of 2025. Which will also be cool because the many theories of Kalki come in 2025. Well, maybe the movie is also coming in 2025. So which platform right now, it's uncertain because I'm indie filmmaker, and once it's finished, then distribution related stuff will be dealt with. Right now it's not like, this is not a a film that's clearly going to this platform or no. I mean, it can end up, but I want it to be on streaming, not in movie theaters right now, because this is the beginning. This is just like, the origin story of Kalki Avatar, and there's a sequel plan with much higher budget, and not done in an indie way of filmmaking, but big film company and producers and all, that will be aimed for theater release. But right now, the beginning is aiming for streaming platforms such as Netflix or Amazon Prime, for example.
Okay, some subscriber questions. My subscriber also want to know about a movie. So in teaser, we also saw Parshurama, Lord Parshurama, Guru of Kalki. So what have you read and what do you know about Parshurama?
Well, since I read the Kalki Puran was the when years back I read, I obviously came to that part in which Kalki was training, and I was like, what? Parshuram? What? I didn't even know that he was an immortal, that he was still alive. All of that was, really mind blowing, and to be able to incorporate that into the film, to have someone that teaches Kalki, firsthand, someone that already restored Dharma, that already did the mission, that's also sharing the same soul in a way. He's like a past version of what today Kalki is, because I mean, both are avatars from Lord Vishnu, so in my mind, they're like the same. They're like interacting, like me interacting with myself from the past in a way, and sort of trying to tell, you know uh, that dynamic for me is really great. And obviously Parashuram, well, what I know about him, I've done a lot of research. Hopefully, I nailed, the representation of Parashuram. um so so yeah, he's a big part in the movie. I think uh, is one of the points that many people will be interested to watch the movie for. Lord Persham is great.
Okay, one more and last question. You know about Bhavishya Malika?
Yeah, that's that's pretty much, yeah, what I was telling you about, that one of the things that I choose, that I said, gosh, I wanted to make this movie in the present, but I didn't have like something that actually sort of back that up, like something that supported that idea. So when I realized there was this, you know, I say, great, then I can make the movie based on the present, because at least there's people that knows about that and that support that, and then the movie can work in today's world, right? Because what you mean is that that information, the book, or prophecies are telling that Kalki is coming in the very near future, right? Like
Yes, yes.
2005 or something. Is that what you mean?
Mhm. Bhavishya Malika tell that many prophecies also tell that Kalki Avatar coming near future, around 2025 to 2030. So many people in India know about Bhavishya Malika. So yes, very good. About also yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just imagine then this movie will be like an exercise, or like a preview of what will happen if that actually was the case. How will that look like? How will India react to that? Just imagine. I think that that's one of the things that should make people more excited about my version of Kalki, because I know there are other versions of Kalki coming, and but my version, it's like exploring what will happen if Kalki Avatar came right now. What will be the reaction? How will that look like? I think that's really interesting to explore as a filmmaker, and for the audience. You try to make, as a filmmaker, a product as attractive as you can for the audience, and I think that's the point of this whole movie.
Okay, okay. So thank you very much for your time and best wishes for your movie. Best of luck for Legend of Kalki Vishnu Return.
Thank you, Morgan. Thank you for having me, and I also wish you the best for your channel and all you do.
Thank you.
Thank you. Namaste.